poor father took his daughter to buy meat buns. When he turned his head, he saw a little beggar sitting on the ground not far away. Even though his own family could hardly afford food, he could not ignore the child's suffering, so he spent his own money to buy 2 buns, and handed them to the beggar with his own hands. As the father and daughter walked away, the beggar quietly followed behind. When the man turned back, the child froze on the spot. Looking at the pitiful child, the man squatted down, and invited the girl to follow him home. The child nodded happily at once. From then on, the daughter had a new sister. The 2 girls played and studied together. Though poor, the small yard was always full of laughter. 10 years passed in a blink. The adopted daughter always prepared meals, so her tired father could eat a hot dinner. But the real daughter only cared for her makeup. At dinner, the father asked about their exam results. The adopted girl had always been the top student, but before the younger one could speak, she suddenly felt sharp pain in her belly. At the hospital they learned the truth. She was suffering from uremia, and it was already late stage. The father fell to his knees begging the doctors, but the only solution was a kidney transplant, and 200,000 yuan for surgery. The father was shocked, but made up his mind. He would give his own kidney to save his daughter, and rushed out to find money. He begged the whole village, but no one would lend him a cent. In desperation, he went to the contractor for help. The man gave all his savings, and suggested the adopted girl should work outside, but the father refused. He would never ruin her future. What he did not know was that the adopted girl had seen everything. She quietly decided to leave school and go work to help the family. The next morning, she packed her bag and left a letter behind. Meanwhile, the father lay on the operating table. After 6 hours of surgery, he successfully gave his kidney to his daughter. But when he returned home, he could not find the adopted girl, only a note on the stone table. He was angry yet heartbroken, but it was too late. 3 years passed. He finally sent the younger daughter to college. She promised her father that one day she would take him to the city for a better life. The father was deeply comforted, but also felt guilty toward the adopted girl. 5 more years passed. On her birthday, the father carried gifts into the city, but he did not know his daughter had secretly married already. Afraid her rural father would embarrass her, she lied to her husband, saying her father had died 3 days ago. Her husband believed her. He even promised to hold a grand funeral for him. The daughter could only agree with tears. At that moment, the adopted girl had become a billionaire CEO. She rushed back to the village, wanting to bring her father to live in comfort, but the villagers told her the man had already gone to the city. She was happy, thinking her sister was filial too, until her assistant showed her a funeral notice. Want to know what happens next? Follow me. I'll be sharing the next chat soon.